Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 96, and I gotta tell you ladies and gentlemen, I am very excited. Oh god, almost fell right the way to the bottom of the base there. Usually that trapdoor is closed. Oh, that was close, but I'm excited to be recording today's video because we have got a whole bunch of things planned. There is a ton of stuff that needs doing around here. One of the main things, and this is something that I noticed the other day and began doing in a live stream but got fairly bored of doing it, is, as you know, we've had a bit of a problem with the cactus farm. The cactus farm collapsed on us. I mean, it wasn't the most useful farm in the world, okay? We didn't really need that much cactus. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at how much cactus we managed to get. I don't know how long it was up. It was probably up for around about a month, maybe 2 months at the most. But if you try and find the cactus chest, you should see that it has done a pretty decent job at producing a lot of cactus. I mean, that is huge. We've got 3 double chests of cactus. So really, I think we've got enough cactus to last us a lifetime. So I'm not really going to miss the cactus farm. So I think the first thing that we need to do in today's episode is we need to take down the entirety of the big cage. Now, I know that wasn't one of the most favourite builds of my base anyway. A lot of you really hated that thing and will be happy to see it go. So this should be good for a lot of you. And straight away, I have realised that these iron bars are very annoying to mine indeed. I have taken out a fairly large quantity of the cage right now, and all we have to do is we have to get rid of all of these cactuses. Now, my original plan was to take them out one by one, but that is a lot less fun than taking them out at the bottom. As you can see, it all collapses, and it all looks brilliant. I mean, these ones are floating in the air. They shouldn't even be there, so there we go. We'll take those out, as well as these ones, these ones, these ones. Let's just go ham. Cactus falling everywhere. Sand is going all over the place. Ah, I love Minecraft. But it is times like these that I start to think I probably need more friends. Yeah. So, everything to do with the cactus farm has now been entirely deconstructed. I got rid of all of the hoppers, all of the iron, all of the whole thing, the water, everything is gone. Now, the good news to do with that is obviously we don't have the cactus farm that is broken anymore, so that's pretty nice. But also, we have got a shed load of hoppers. We have got 100 hoppers to play with. I have no idea what we're going to do with them yet, and I have no plans to involve hoppers at the minute, but I'm sure we can think of something, because we're always having to do stuff like that here. We're always doing farms or working on something automated, so at some point I can imagine we are going to need those hoppers. So I reckon I'm going to chuck them into my iron chest, and they will be good for the future. Also, as you may have noticed, obviously the whole cage was made of iron bars. Now we also have loads of iron bars. So basically, it's a win-win. I'm a little bit sad to see the entire cactus farm go. And now we've got a big open space to play with. But it's what we had to do, isn't it? I mean, the whole cactus farm broke, collapsed. It just completely went down to the ground. So we had to get rid of it somehow. And this is all that is left. So I've been having a think about what I can do with this big open space that we now have. And I actually looked back to my pre-Hermitcraft Let's Play. Now that isn't Mumbo's World. Mumbo's World is my pre-Hermitcraft Let's Play. For those of you who don't remember, I finished Mumbo's World and then I started a second Let's Play. I started another one, but then that week, on the same week that I started that new Let's Play, I actually got invited to join Hermitcraft. But I remember it well because I spent 18 hours on the first episode of my non-released LP. But in that unlisted episode, I actually decided that I was going to build a totem pole. And I managed to do it in the episode, which was quite impressive. But the totem pole was an awesome idea. And I don't know why I haven't done that on Hermitcraft recently, because that would be amazing. I mean, look at it. We've got a jungle base. We have a sort of tribal-ish theme going on. I mean, it's a bit high-tech tribal theme going on, but it definitely has its roots in the tribal look. So it would be amazing if we could get ourselves a big totem pole, perhaps going up, I don't know, probably about 50 odd blocks. That might be a little bit ambitious, but fairly high up in the sky so that the world could see it. And I think that would just be awesome. That would be such a nice little detail to add to the base. It wouldn't serve any purpose. It wouldn't be a farm. It wouldn't do anything useful. It would just be there to look cool, and I think we need a few more of those in the base because recently I've been working very much on the business end of things. We've been doing a lot of farms, a lot of redstone stuff. I mean, I did use the redstone museum, I did build that, which isn't the most useful thing in the world, but I think this would be another cool feature to add to the base that would make the whole thing look just a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into a testing world, and I'm going to try and come up with a few designs for what I want this to look like. Using the exact same design from Mumbo's World 2 Episode 1, the series that never really started, and it looks as good as ever. I mean, ideally, I would be using gold blocks for the eyes, because as you can see, it really stands out and looks really very awesome, but I don't have a whole lot of gold on the Hermitcraft server, so sadly, I've had to go for sandstone, but then again, it's a little bit more subtle, it doesn't stand out quite as much, so I think I almost prefer it. But now what I have to do is I'm going to copy and paste this using MC Edit just to get a rough idea of how tall I want it to be and how it will look when it's got a little bit bigger, but I for one think it's going to look amazing. It looks so stupid, but it also looks really good. I don't know if I like this or not. It might need to be a little bit shorter than that, but I like the idea, and I definitely think that the design that we have looks pretty cool. We might have to alternate the colours a little bit. Yeah, I think this looks alright. I don't know. Maybe if we had it up to sort of this height. Maybe getting this high looks a little bit silly. Also, one thing that I have noticed is that when you're down on... No, you can still see the faces. Yeah, this looks cool. Totem Pole. I don't know why I built it in my Redstone testing world, though, because it's quite noticeable. And also, you know, not that Redstone-y. Something is not right around here. I don't know what I've done. So, I have gone out and done a whole bunch of wood farming. As you can see, I've got all of this stuff here, ready to build the totem pole. I think we're going to need more wood though, to be honest with you. This is going to use up a lot of wood, so I'm going to have to go out, keep using the tree farm that is now run out of bone meal. So it's going to be a little bit tough to do all of this, but I am happy to accept the challenge because it should look amazing by the end. Now, at the minute, this is the temporary base. Don't worry, it isn't going to look like this. Eventually, going to add some logs around the sides, sitting logs and things, so people can come over here, sit down with a campfire or something, have a natter around the totem pole. I guess that's just a plan for the future, but for now, I guess we actually have to do the totem pole itself. So what I thought I would do is, I thought I would do the first face live on camera, so if anyone wants to build this, then they will see how to do it. So, this is the base face. The base face. And it's quite easy to build. So that is like the back of the face that you need to do. And then all you have to do is to create the mouth. You do this sort of thing. And it's gonna look a little bit strange at the minute. I don't know why it is, but that looks really odd to me. It looks like there's something wrong. Who knows, I might have done something wrong. You never know when you're building live on camera. I always make mistakes, but there is the nose. And then last but not least, we need to extend this out a little bit so I can actually stand on it. And then we just need to chuck in the eyebrows. And that is the first face done. And he is looking good. Oh yeah. Alright, so that means I just have to do all of the faces that go around it. And then put in all of the leaves. And just continue working my way upwards until we have completed the entire totem pole. Now, my original plan was I was going to time-lapse all of this, but sadly, I have run out of time-lapse music. I really have. I've been using the same time-lapse music for probably about 1.5 years now, so I need to find some new songs. So until then, there isn't going to be any time-lapses. I'm just going to do a few progress updates to keep you informed of what's going on. I've made a bit of a rash decision, and that is that I don't really want the wheat farm room anymore. I've just decided I just don't want it. I mean, it's just one of those things I haven't really used for probably about 1 year. And on top of that, it's been bombarded by creepers. It got bombarded by creepers in week number 1. And I never got around to fixing it because I realised that I never really used the room. So it's just one of those things that's been on my list of things to do for a fairly long time. And you know what? Today I have decided I've had enough. Okay, it's getting in the way. It's a nothing room. It's one of those rooms that's just there for nothingness. And I have a few of those in my base now. For example, the other day we built the mushroom farm. I haven't used that yet. I don't know why, because I do sort of want to build with those new mushroom blocks, but I just haven't used it. But straight away, I can already feel how much more open this is going to be. We can run the pathway up to the Redstone Museum and also off into the Totem Pole. All in all, this feels like a very good decision already. I mean, I might regret it at some point, maybe, in the future, but that's because I've just literally decided this in the past 30 seconds without putting any thought in whatsoever, and have probably overlooked something extremely major. The wheat room is now gone, and I am very happy with how this has turned out. As you can see, we can now just get a nice look into the Redstone Museum as well as the Totem Pole. That thing was annoying me. I don't know what it was just frustrating me a little bit. So that is now gone, and we have got this little temporary structure that just warns people of the fact that there is a big hole there, and hopefully no one will fall down it, because sadly there's no way to get back up without using your ender pearls, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, now it's time to continue our work on the Totem Pole. I still haven't done much more on that one, but it is coming along fairly nicely. So, here we are at the very top of the Totem Pole. I decided to just crack on, stop talking and all that, and just get straight on and do the entire thing all at once. And this is how high it is. Now, there are 4 faces, which I thought was a pretty decent height, and as you can see, we can get a very, very good look at the base from up here. It looks amazing, doesn't it? We got the ring, we got the Mumbo Jumbo statue, we got all of the mob spawner and everything. Just out the back there, you can see the industrial tree farm, we got the Redstone Museum. It's just awesome. I love this view. I never want to come down, but of course, we do have to take a look at the Totem Pole. So the suspense builds. The suspense is building. I'm gonna make the suspense build some more. Nope. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's not actually as high as I thought it was, but that looks awesome. Ah, doesn't that look great? I mean, I might make it a little bit higher in the future, but for the minute, that looks awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. I don't know why. It's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. We've got a totem pole, ladies and gentlemen. We have got a totem pole in the Mumbo Jumbo Jungle base. Now, we do need to work on the base area and everything like that, but dude, that looks so much better than the cactus farm did. Ah, can you hear the smile through my microphone? Because I'm just over the moon. I can't believe how well that's gone. Awesome. For those of you who watched the previous episode of Hermitcraft, you will know that I built this little secret entrance as well as this pretty big secret room. And this is the one that uses prismarine and Esmerite, I can't really remember what it's called, but all of you seem to really like this place. I was reading the comments section of the video, as I always do, and after building videos, Hermitcraft episodes, I get a little bit worried, because when I head down to the comment section, generally the first comment that I see is, ugh, that's disgusting. But this time, it was very different. Everyone was like, wow, I really like this room, looks amazing, love the idea, and all that sort of thing. So thank you ever so much to everyone that watched that video and everyone that commented on that video saying how nice everything I was doing was, because trust me, it really did make my day a whole bunch better. So that's just a little thing that I wanted to say right there. But as some of you will remember, in that episode I kept banging on about how I wanted this to be 3 blocks wide. 3 blocks wide always without a doubt looks better than 1 block wide. So I struggled over this, and I couldn't come up with anything, but one of my slightly more able-bodied redstone friends actually worked out a way to do it, and it really is very cool. So let's hop into a redstone testing world, and I will show you the design, because it's pretty sweet. So here it is in all of its glory. This is the design. Now, this was done by Deco the Redstoner. I'm sure all of you have heard of him, but if you haven't, then you are missing out, because Deco is probably one of the best at redstone in the community. He just seems to know what's going on 100% of the time, whereas I sometimes can get myself into a right mess in terms of redstone, but this guy, he just knows exactly what's up. And as you can see, this is how it all works. It's a double piston extender design, and not only is it 3x2, but it has a very nice opening and closing sequence, uses a bunch of really cool mechanics with some crazy double piston extender stuff that's actually flush with the floor, and uses redstone torches. All in all, it should work like a charm on the Hermitcraft server, and I am excited to be building this one because it doesn't even use that many resources. It's just brilliant. Just brilliant. The whole area has now been cleared out, and now it is time to get my redstone hat and boots on, and we shall see if we can try and create this. Now, sadly, I am not going to be doing this build on camera, simply because it's one of those things that I haven't built yet. So it means that I'm going to have to be referring back to the original world save quite often, and it won't make for a very interesting video, but I can assure you that it's going to look pretty awesome once it's done. So like I say, I'm going to start building, and then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Well, I've built it, but there seems to be a peculiar problem that Deco said might happen. And he told me not to panic, but I'm panicking. Time to send him a message. And would you look at that, it is all now fixed up. We have got blocks in place. Of course, I have to replace these iron blocks with stair blocks, but thank you ever so much to Deco the Redstoner for A, showing me how to build this, and B, dealing with me panicking because it wasn't quite working. So there we go, that is everything done now. I'll replace all of these with stairs, and we'll be good to go. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Look at our brand spanking new little doorway into the secret room. That is a whole bunch better. That is so much better than the one that we had before. And I'm not saying that my redstone work was bad. My little secret entrance I thought was actually quite nice. We made it nice and compact and all that kind of thing. But this is 10 times cooler. Look, we flick this and then voila, we have got ourselves a staircase. Takes us up to the top of the Redstone Museum. But then if we flick the lever once again, you will see that the stairs drop down and we can go into the secret room. Now I still don't really know what I want to do with the secret room. I know that some of you on the Hermitcraft suggestion subreddit have been telling me to use it as a donator room, because I've been doing some live streams recently and I have been having some problems with the number of donators that I've been having. Not the worst problem that you can have, but I do need somewhere else to put the signs, and this seems like a pretty good place to put them. I have been commanded to join and just start recording straight away. Now that is always both exciting and nerve-wracking, because it means, of course, you have been pranked. Now, I received a message from Spumwack, and I logged in looking at this. Something, a very strange looking contraption indeed, has been constructed in the Mumbo Jumbo Jungle base, and we're going to have to take a look at this. So, walk up the stairs quickly, i.e. don't dilly-dally on the pressure plate. Well, I reckon we can do that, and straight away, I can see a bunch of doors and a bunch of note blocks. I think I've got a rough idea of what this is going to be. I hope this is what I think it's going to be. Okay, so we'll walk over the pressure plate, and he's built the song. He's built the 20 doors in 100 seconds song, and also I'm assuming he's placed 20 doors, and it looks like there's signs above all of them. So one does not simply walk into more doors. Very funny. And then I adore your base. Oh, these are going to be 10, 20 horrendously bad door puns, aren't they? That's what's going to happen here. So you've got ho door, ho door, ho door, ho door, ho. I can't say that many times. We've got when it's a door, not a jaw. When it's a jar. Snape killed Dumbledore. These are going to get gradually worse, aren't they? These jokes are very dorky. Beware of Gandalf. Labradors are adorable. Insert door pun here. Yeah, well, you know, you've done plenty of those already. Continuing on, 10 door. They're getting a little bit thin on the ground right now, aren't they? Star Doors the Phantom Door. Choose your Star Door Pokemon. P. Sherman, Wallaby Way, Sydney, Dory. Very funny. Dora the Explorer. A tip of the old fedora. We've got Mumbo Jumbo, House Gryffindor, Doritos Extreme, and Rick and Dorty. So there we go. That is all of the door puns. And then look, if we go down to the bottom here, we've also got a little passageway here. Is there more? 20, the door is a lie. Love from Spum. Thank you ever so much for that, Spumwack. That was absolutely brilliant in its own special doorway. So by the sounds of things, ladies and gentlemen, this is an infinite loop. We're going to be having the Doors song inside my base for the rest of the time that we have this world. Well, of course, you know, eventually I am going to take this thing down. I think that's something that definitely has to be done. But one thing that I am thinking, though, is that this little build here, this little musical setup that we have, is something that I definitely want inside my base. I want to walk through a door or go over something and for that little tune to play. So what I think I'm going to do is that at some point in the near future, I am going to do a reverse Redstone consultancy challenge. As in, I'm going to put a book inside the Redstone consultancy that says, wanted, Spumwack, I want you to build this Doors song inside my base next to one of my doors, so then we can have it forever. But as far as the prank is concerned, I am so happy that he did this. This is such a cool prank. and such a good idea. We had 20 doors, bunch of puns, and of course the whole song. It was basically a better version of the 20 doors in 100 seconds video. And one thing that I've got to watch out for is that I don't want to walk over this pressure plate again, because I think that's going to make a bit of a mess of the song. I'm fairly certain that will make quite a mess. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this very quick pranked video. Thank you ever so much to Spunwack for pranking me here. Of course, there will be a link to his video where he builds all of this down in the description for anyone that does want to check it out. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.